Hey y'all, we're Josh and Rebecca Addair, and we are so proud to share our story with you. From being raised in a small coal mining town of Matewan, West Virginia, to moving to our dream home in East Tennessee.
When we first laid eyes on our 110-year-old farmhouse, our hearts were filled with nothing but pure joy. We knew right then that this place was going to be our sanctuary and a place for others to gather and experience true mountain hospitality.
We're true Appalachian folk who show our love with a good meal, laughter, a helping hand, and a prayer when needed. Our goal is to give you an authentic look into the Addair family and the wonderful craziness that is our blessed life.
So y'all come on in and make yourselves comfortable. We're glad to have you here, and we can't wait to share a little slice of mountain life with each of you. Welcome home, friends. Happy Monday, guys. So let's get real. Okay, let's get real. Josh and I have been on vacation, the whole family, and it's been wonderful. But if you have any sort of garden or animals or house or goldfish, you know that there's things you have to do to maintain it, right? Coming back after a week, it can be a daunting task. We just got back literally hours ago. I have taken a nap, and I wish to tell you that that's the reason I look like I do. It's not. This is how I am at home. So if you look like this at home, you're not the only one. So yeah, what we're going to do today, we want to do a garden tour. We know it's just kind of to update you on the progress, but it is, well, hello. Here's my helper. But I'm going to be honest, a week of it pouring the rain and then like warm, pretty weather, things have grown and they've gotten out of hand. So we've got to do some garden cleanup. And we thought maybe we would take that time to show you around. We've got some pretties that we can pick and clean them up together. So get your drink in a fancy glass. It is not 900 degrees right now. And yeah, come clean the garden with us in your house shoes and your cut off t-shirts. So
All right, so this first bed, we've got, these are peppers. We've got jalapeno peppers, banana peppers, and also some green bell peppers. Then in between these are planted, we have some marigolds, and then we also have some sweet potatoes.
I thought you were going to say weeds.
And then there's some weeds. So the plan is we're just going to take this a bed at a time. This is the first one. We're going to weed this first, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll harvest what we've got in here.
I see some pretty stuff even just kind of hanging out. Yay! All right, let's do it.
Hello. Meow, 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 meow. Oh.
If you would like to advertise your business during an episode of Addair's Farmhouse, feel free to email addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com. Just want to, there are some peppers in here that needs to be cut. I'm just going to come in here and get these. Oh, it picked off. It's a pretty green pepper.
And that one on the next plant there, I don't know if it's big enough.
I don't know if it's big enough just yet.
Let's look at him.
maybe about a week more.
Look at all the flowers. It's going to be peppers. Oh, look at this baby.
Green peppers here.
Banana pepper.
Yeah. Sorry, banana pepper.
Dual peppers.
Dual peppers.
And then we also took and started to try to vine the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
So, yay. So this next bed is a bit of a mess. And I don't know if there's really anything that we need to harvest there. It's got carrots and it's got squash and it had spinach. The spinach is done. We just got a squash not too long ago and they are flowered. So like it'll be a minute for their next one. And the carrots aren't ready. Josh just about got ate by a bug. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean that up. And without the weeds in it, carrots are my favorite thing to see growing. I love it. But I may pick one just to show you a baby carrot. I love picking carrots. It's my favorite. Okay, next. So my favorite thing to harvest is carrots. And I think it is because you don't know what you're gonna get. They're my favorite things to watch grow. But there's still weeds in here. I tried to weed it, but I started pushing the carrots down. I didn't want to hurt them, so they're just gonna have to kind of grow together. So what you do with a carrot, and it's these pretty, those are carrots. You just take it. See, there's a little, I can get that. You just take, and you see that stalk there, or that whatever, and then you just pull it. Now, mind you, this is gonna be a baby, if anything. Okay, so they're not ready. But yeah, that's how you take a carrot. But yeah, so there's that. I know that you've probably noticed that we are, as we're weeding, we're putting all of the weeds in a bucket. The reason is, yeah, we could just pull them, throw them off. But if you'll pick them up and not leave them, it helps deter pests. Not deter pests, but leaving them will, you know, slugs and other bugs and stuff, when those things rot, will come and then they'll get in your garden. So just clean things up. Also, I just like to keep things clean. Also, side note, I call this a squash 85 times. She's mad at me because she's a zucchini. I don't eat either. So that's my not knowing. I think that you can also eat the flowers of these. Josh is definitely the gardener, not me, but I'm trying. I'm out here sweating, so what more do you want? All right, next bed. If you have a business and are looking for an interesting way to advertise, email us at addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com.
All right, so the next bed that we're going to hit is our determinate tomatoes, and these are of the Roma variety. We're just going to get in here and weed these. Now you'll see we've got tomatoes everywhere. So as we go through, we'll kind of just look at those, and then those will start to turn red, and we'll harvest those. But mainly, we're just going to get in here and clean out all the weeds. So this one is our indeterminate variety of tomatoes. We've got plenty of different ones. We've got chocolate cherries, beefsteak, stroppies, pink tie-dyes in here. But this one isn't really bad as far as weeds go, so we're just going to crack down on both of these real quick and then we'll show them on to you. Sure, it's hot and we are losing daylight, so I do want to show you these beds, just give you a rough kind of overall and then we'll call it. So here are the Romas, just a close-up view. There are tomatoes literally everywhere, which makes me super excited. And then this is basil, but it's coming to flower, so which is fine. I'll collect seeds from this once it flowers, and then we'll plant those next year. Here's the interdeterminate varieties. Here's the chocolate cherries. These are probably days from being picked. Look at these over here. Just gorgeous. These are beefsteaks. Go on down the middle there. Show you on the side.
It's also worth noting, if you have not been here before, that with our tomatoes, we also plant basil, and with all of the vegetables, we plant marigolds. The basil is for the flavor. They help the flavor of.
They do help
the
sweeten
tomatoes.
them.
What?
They do help sweeten them. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about this. You see this webbing, and you see how the tomato skin looks like it's been stretched and folded. What happens with that? Remember when I talked about back in the winter how I will push the temperature? This is what happens when you play games. You get burnt. But I'll pick these, and what happens is this happens when the temperatures fluctuate a lot, or you go from getting a lot of rain to no rain, or any type of moisture change or temperature change. This is what causes this. So unfortunately, this is my fault. I'm gonna still eat these though, and then as we pick these, hopefully the more they get established, the better off the tomatoes will be as they come. This bed is lettuce and onions and sweet potatoes on the end down there, but check this out. So last year, this bed was tomatoes, and we always rotate our beds. Well, they say that tomatoes are something that you plant every year, right? It dies and then you plant more. Look right here. We haven't touched it. We're just letting it do its thing. This little tomato plant came back. He's got so many tomatoes on him. And then we have one over here as well. And then we have one right here as well.
And not just the tomatoes in this bed, but also the marigolds.
Yes, those are coming back. I mean, they're just popping up as well from last year.
We planted 2 small marigolds here and there, and those are the ones that are flowered. But we've got one there,
Yeah.
and then one back there, and then one off to the side over here.
Yeah, he grew up just out of the ground. Beside the bed. But check out these onions. These are going to be ready to harvest real soon. If you ever want to know how you know when an onion is ready, this big stalky green part here, it will just fall over. Just fall over on the ground. Then you know you're ready to pull it. This becomes real floppy. The whole thing.
We have a few that are halfway there.
And then here are all of this lettuce. This could be harvested. Be cool if we got some chicken or something this week, and we could use this for chicken salads or lettuce wraps or whatever for the week for lunches and dinners. This is ready to eat. So, and this is the second time. So I've cut this to the ground already once this year, and it's came back. Lettuce, your greens are, if they can stand the heat, are always going to be cut and come again. Don't pull this thing from the root, just cut it right here. And then I'll harvest this part and take it and eat it. And then it'll just grow again, just like grass. And lastly, this is our kale. I am actually going to get some kale from this time. Had some worms get it last time, so I cut it all off and threw it away. This is going to be delicious. My mouth is just watering thinking about it. A big old kale salad would be delicious.
It's like dinosaur lettuce.
Yes. And then all of these are green beans, y'all. All of these are mountains of green beans. These are pole variety as they grow up the pole. And then down here, we have bush varieties. And check these out. I mean, the beans are just so thick.
They're beaning.
We're beaning good. They're beaning good. Beaning good little beans. All right. Look at all those beans, y'all.
It's insane.
Yes. Perfect. No. And then we also have cucumbers. So in this corner, we have regular cucumbers growing up this side. And in this corner, we have...
Look at that cucumber. Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
She's
Oh, yeah,
huge.
she's hiding. We need to get that. In this corner, these are all pickling varieties. So these will all trellis up, and we'll be able to harvest these. And then down the middle are these green zebra tomatoes that we got by complete mistake. So we're going to see what we can do with those. It's like, I've never grew this. It's probably terrible. I'm gonna plant it though.
I don't even know how we got it.
Me either. All right, so there we go. So it is officially day 2, and we ran out of daylight in day 1, but we got everything cleaned up. And now we're going to go through, kind of give you an overview of what's going on here, and then do some harvesting because we've got some stuff ready to go. So this is our first harvest of the year. This is pretty exciting. I'll just sit down here. I'm going to go through all of these cucumbers and get through the ones that we need to cut off. We've got some wildly misshapen cucumbers here, but we are going to go ahead and take them. So our beans are doing really well. We're going to pick all of these. I do want to bring this tip out to you though, because everybody asks, well, how do you know when your green beans are ready to pick? And I will say that from the moment they start growing, the younger they are, the more tender they are. But this is a good size. This one's real straight, not a whole lot of curvature to it. This one's about prime picking time. Now look at this one just for example. See how it's lumpy? What happens is the beans inside start to swell and this becomes fibrous. So this is going to be a little more tough than this. So the younger, the more tender. If you let them go too long, they're going to kind of become fibrous and tough. So let's pick them. So I'm just going to go in here and snap this off. Just like that. And a cool thing about your bean plant is what it says is, oh, we dropped fruit, let's grow some more. So if you want your beans to produce more beans, just pick them. So we also talked about when we were cleaning these beds, how you cut kale, and we've got all this. I'm just going to harvest this out. And basically, I'm going to just go in here, down the stem, cut it off, collect it in my hand as I go. Just like this. Now you see that stalk is there, and I have the lettuce here. So what will happen is that will just grow more, and I've got this. I'll take this in and wash it. There's a whole mess, and we're ready to eat. Same thing with lettuce. Hi, Charlie. All right, so this is all cut and come again as well. I'm just going to take this whole head right here, and I'm going to go to the ground and cut it off. And there's my head. Take this in, wash it, and it's ready to go. We went from having literally nothing in the garden to now we have harvested a mountain of green beans. We have a zucchini, a banana pepper, a jalapeno pepper, 2 green peppers, a mountain of cucumbers, some romaine lettuce, some chocolate cherry tomatoes, and a mountain of kale. So this happened in literally a week. And this is just going to continue to grow and grow. So I'm excited to see what the rest of summer holds. And I feel like I can already feel myself feeling better from the food that I'm going to eat that is going to be grown through us. So yeah, this is what it's all about.
Anybody know any cucumber kale recipes?
Yeah, if you know any
How many
cucumber kale recipes, then please let us know.
How many different ways can one make green beans?
Yes. Yes.
I have a feeling we're gonna have
Yeah, green bean casserole.
a lot of green bean things. Yeah.
Well, but what's cool is that we'll also can some and we can freeze some. And what's awesome is that all of this hard work, when it's cold on Thanksgiving Day, we will have fresh homemade green beans on our table. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah. All right. So this is the episode. Hope you all have enjoyed watching us work in our garden, and we'll see y'all next week.